this person posted, it says, can someone, and they posted it as anonymous, they said, can something be done about the foolishness going on in the Bluff Eleuthera? And they specifically said the Bluff Eleuthera. Says, I mean, Eleuthera on a whole, there are particular persons and persons that have HIV going around and spreading their infections among the innocent young men and the young men giving it to the young women. This is ridiculous. She said, these persons are going around spreading their infections among the innocent young men. Says, is there a law against this by any chance? Too many innocent lives are going down the drain. And it's been going on for years. From the older men and women, people need to start speaking up. A whole lot of foolishness be going on this little rock. Friends and family, please educate your kids. I hope COI wins, just to put an end to some of this BS. A change needs to happen. A strict change, urgent laws, start jailing people like them. Here's the problem with this, that people don't understand. Victims have to report that the person who had the disease didn't make them aware of it. That's one. Two, the person who has the disease has to have known that they had the disease in order for a charge to be instituted against them for transferring that disease. Because a lot of people don't know their status. And so there's an encouragement to know your status so that you can tell persons before the situation gets out of hand. Now, if you know a person knows their status, or you can establish proof that they had medication, and the clinic can do this, that this person knew their status and still willingly transferred the HIV/AIDS virus, then that person can be charged. But it is a tedious process. And then people like their privacy. Here, when some information comes out, next thing you know, before you could say, what's that? Before you spit on the ground, get the information all over the place. Child, you on here. Susie get AIDS. Say, Michael get her, and he didn't tell us that he had AIDS. You understand? So it's a hot mess. It's a difficult thing. I don't know how do we fight this. I don't know how we fix it. I don't know how we resolve it. All I can do is pray that people will have a conscience, all right? All of us have a conscience about these things, all right? And think about people before we go ahead and do these things that can put people's lives in jeopardy, all right? I did interview the Clanisha Adley family on her story. That's Clanisha Adley, who lost her life in hospital on November 14th, 2025. And they said, her family said on the very day that she lost her life, she had sent a message to them saying, we gotta sue Princess Margaret Hospital. And you know, this Clanisha Adley story causes us to reflect also on Kanisha Dowell, who died on January 19th, 2023. She was in hospital for sickle cell or something like that, and they mishandled her, and despite all the calls, despite all the agitation, they allowed that young lady to die. Tanisha's situation was horrific in that she died alone, even though she was in hospital calling for help, even though she was struggling, and the hospital wasn't even aware that she was dead. Her family came and discovered her dead. They discovered her deceased. And so that was a whole hot mess in itself.